people all the time that enter this space, and I swear by what I'm about to tell you, we live very privileged lives when it comes to the money, when it comes to the access, and when it comes to the freedom. And everything in this life has a cost. You're going to pay on the front end or the back end, okay, but you're going to pay.
Let's be real, no day on the internet is complete without Funky Dineva dropping some serious tea to the point. This time, Funky didn't hold back when discussing what really went down with Dr. G and Sweet T's sudden departure from Married to Medicine. According to him, it was personal. Sweet T, it turns out, was never brought onto the show to tell her own story or build a genuine connection with the audience. According to Funky, she was brought in with a very specific purpose: to shake things up with Quad, Dr. G's ex-wife. Sweet T wasn't cast as an equal member of the ensemble. She was cast as a chess piece in a much larger game. And tragically, she never even saw it coming. One day, she was just a regular woman chatting with Dr. G in the DMs, getting married, and probably imagining a peaceful, happy life. The next thing she knew, she was thrust into the reality TV spotlight and caught in the middle of a storm she didn't start. According to Funky, she became collateral damage in a storyline she didn't sign up for.
I have nothing to talk about if you aren't there. You said that, I just say it.
When the expected drama didn't unfold, the show's producers had no use for her anymore. Just like that, she was out. So, what really happened behind the scenes that led to Sweet T and Dr. G's unexpected exit? The answer is more complicated and more shocking than most fans might expect. The first signs that Sweet T might be stepping away from the show came during a live broadcast on Mother's Day. What started as a message of appreciation to moms everywhere quickly turned into something deeper. It became clear that she was emotionally distancing herself from the Married to Medicine experience. She expressed that things needed to feel right in order for her to continue on the show. It wasn't about gaining more fame or staying in the spotlight. She was more concerned with finding peace and staying true to herself. According to Sweet T, the environment she found herself in wasn't providing any of that. She spoke honestly, saying that she hoped sharing her story would inspire others and show that her journey had value. But she also made one thing very clear: she wasn't going to sacrifice her integrity just to keep a spot on a reality show. That moment, though subtle, was a soft goodbye to the series. Later, she confirmed it outright: she wouldn't be returning to Married to Medicine. Just 2 seasons in, she was walking away. The drama wasn't worth the toll it was taking on her. While Sweet T kept her tone respectful and classy, Funky Dineva was already out here telling the full story before the network said a word. On his live stream, he shared with his followers that both Sweet T and Dr. G were not coming back for the next season. He didn't sugarcoat it. Filming was set to begin, and their names were not on the call sheet.
Said, I gotta say something about her, because if not, the fans are going to attack me.
And when Funky talks, people listen. He's been around the reality TV world long enough to have solid connections. He's not out here making guesses, he has real insider info. He even joked about snatching his wig off to get into the mess. But make no mistake, he came with receipts. According to Funky, this wasn't a matter of the couple being boring or not attracting viewers. It was all about the role they were expected to play and failed to fulfill. Funky laid it all out. Sweet T wasn't cast to be herself. The show's producers knew there was still unresolved tension between Dr. G and Quad. What better way to reignite the drama than to bring Dr. G back on screen with a brand new wife? They hoped Sweet T would come in with attitude, challenge Quad, and give viewers the spicy rivalry that reality TV thrives on. But here's the problem: Sweet T didn't know that was the plan. She believed she was there to share her story, to be a new face with her own narrative. She didn't realize she was essentially cast as a rival in someone else's drama. And when she didn't bring the heat the producers were banking on, when she didn't give them the viral, explosive moments they wanted, she was quickly cast aside. As Funky put it, she was used and discarded.
You know what? It didn't really quite shock me because I know people's intentions and I see how they move, and
I'm not surprised.
From the outside, it might have looked like Sweet Tea was living a fairy tale going from direct messages to diamonds, from a private life to national television. But the truth is, her spotlight moment was set up to crumble. And it did. Now, let's talk about Dr. G. Because Sweet Tea didn't go through all of this on her own. Whether fans love him, dislike him, or feel indifferent, one thing is certain, he played a role in how this all played out. The question is, just how much did he know? According to Funky Dineva, Dr. G was fully aware of what his return to the show meant. This wasn't just a happy reunion with the audience. It wasn't about showcasing his personal growth or a new beginning. It was about stepping back into relevance. After being away from the show for a few years, rejoining the cast with a new wife by his side was a strategic move. And you've got to wonder, why would he come back to a platform that once aired all the mess between him and Quad, unless he had something to gain? It seems unlikely that producers brought him back out of goodwill. They had a plan, and even if Dr. G didn't create it, he didn't try to stop it. He let Sweet Tea step into a scenario where she was clearly being set up. And when things started going sideways, when the environment became toxic and people turned on her, Dr. G didn't exactly jump in to protect her. He showed up for filming. He participated in reunion tapings. He played the role like everything was fine, while his wife was starting to realize she had been caught in a trap. And when she needed support the most, he stayed silent. Funky Dineva didn't hold back. According to him, this whole thing boiled down to performance, not as a spouse. Sweet Tea and Dr. G were expected to bring intense drama, to create moments that would keep fans talking. Instead, viewers got silence, awkward interactions, and barely any tension. Sweet Tea was supposed to be fiery, outspoken, and ready to challenge Quad's position on the show. But she chose not to play into that narrative. She didn't argue for the cameras. She didn't take the bait. And during the reunion, she didn't give the show the kind of headline-worthy material they were hoping for. Dr. G.E., meanwhile, blended into the background, not adding much to the mix. In the world of reality TV, if you're not bringing drama, you're bringing nothing. You either stir things up or support someone else who does.
Dumb. You're dumb. And you put on a white coat.
Ain't
and
nothing
you
wrong.
talk about girl, you
Ain't
the
nothing
news girl.
wrong.
For all the little Botox in your face, girl,
Skating
leave me
dummy.
alone.
Ali-
You're
Ali-
not better teaching the young women. You better teaching. You competing. You competing. You can never.
Listen.
You can never.
Listen, go worry about that man you got, because I heard he called
Please.
SWAT.
Sweet Tea didn't do either, not because she couldn't, but because she didn't want to. She stayed true to herself. And unfortunately, that made her expendable. But here's where things actually take a positive turn. After stepping away from Married to Medicine, Sweet Tea didn't just disappear. Instead, she took control of her story. She started her own YouTube channel, where she shares content on her own terms. There are no producers, no fake fights, no hidden agendas. Just her being herself. She's now part of a new group, the Dr. Wives of Atlanta. It's a more supportive, drama-free environment where women can connect and be themselves without being pitted against each other. It's obvious that Sweet Tea feels more at ease in this new space. She's relaxed, glowing, and thriving. Instead of fighting for airtime or defending herself on every episode, she's laughing more, looking better, and finally free. When that plan failed to create buzz, the network dropped her without a second thought. She wasn't supported, protected, or even treated with basic respect. Once her role didn't serve the storyline anymore, she was gone. A fan tweeted, "Sweet Tea deserves better." Reality TV chewed her up and spat her out, but she's glowing now. Another added, "Funky Dineva, telling no lies as usual." Bravo didn't want authenticity, they wanted chaos. So now that the truth is out, what do you think? Was Sweet Tea used as a pawn in a reality TV chess game? Or was it just bad casting and a show gone wrong? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe because this drama is far from over.